All right, we are live on YouTube and we are now live on TikTok. All right, let's go ahead and cover today's watch list. Now, we have a lot on our watch list today. We are going to really just focus on the top ones because since there's a lot, we want to really drown out the noise and find the best possible stocks that we can be trading. Now, our leading gappers in KTX, I mean, not including acquisitions or mergers because that's up 12,000%, but today's volume is only 22,000. So right now we've in KTX, shares are trading higher after the company announced phase 1 data from independent dose find studies. It's I don't even understand that, natural killer. I think there's a cancer therapy and killer cell therapy. So they got some news, which that's all we really care about, is that they have news. So they have good news and are absolutely moving up. They're gapping up 90% with an average volume of 200,000, and today's volume is about to be 12 million. So this has very high relative volume, has 19 million in float, and is gapping up on news. So this is a lot of room. This is a lot of room to grow. So again, what happens if we break over this 5? Well, if we break over this level, what happens? I could see us ripping up probably to 17, 13, maybe even possibly 18 before we actually see this continue to rip. Our next target would be $20, but again, that's in an ideal world. So we're gonna have to see what happens with in KTX. We have ERYP. Again, not really liking it. ERYP does have a high relative volume, low float. Good morning, Yasmin. How you doing today? ERYP, again, very high relative volume, low float, or just medium float, 30 million, and has some news trading higher after the company announced it has sold its U.S. cell therapy manufacturing for $44.5 million. Now, we ran in, we are holding a lot of the gains now. We did make a low down at 165, and now we're chilling at 181. To hold this, maybe if we can reclaim VWAP, we might be able to retest 220 and possibly even 250. Now, what I don't think is going to happen is that let me rephrase that. I don't think we're going to come back and hit 250. The reason for that is because we see a large spike with an immediate drop off. There's selling in this area. That's people are going to be seeing that as like, okay, like I'm not going to be buying in this area because what if these sellers come back? So that's what's going through my mind. ERYP. We have ARDX as well. We are gapping up a pretty good amount. ARDX, is gapping up 33%. Average volume of 3 million with today's volume being at 15, so around a 5x relative volume, but the float is 124 million. So that's a lot. So I'm really going to keep this more of a back burner play. We might have a possible downtrend break here, possibly to reclaim VWAP, to retest that 110, 115. This might be a good play for a washout long off the 200 SMA. We also have QNRX. QNRX, I'm not a huge fan of the price action. We have really, really good volume. The average volume is a quarter million, and we have 6 million now, gapping up 40%. We are holding a lot of the gains. FDA clearance. So that's very good news. So I'm going to go ahead and move that up as well. And we have SBFM. SBFM is moving up, coming back to retest this 409 level. Again, we didn't really get a solid retest. We had a micro pullback here, and then we had a nice run. Now with SBFM, we have around half the daily volume, so this is not something that I want to watch. Now it's mRNA molecules found to be effective in destroying multi-drug resident cancer cells. So that is a key word: cancer, mRNA. So I do like SBFM for the possible move higher. I'm going to move this up as well. We're also watching that CANG. CANG, not a huge fan of. There's not any news really. I mean, there is actually news. I authorized 50 million share repurchase program. So there it is.
Now, CA&G, it's not even on our scanners anymore. Yesterday, we closed at 236. So we are gapping around 15%. So I do think we're going to see CA&G probably for, this is probably going to fade off for the rest of the day. But again, anything's possible. I do like NKTX for the possible move higher. So we had a nice false breakout over the 9 and 20 EMA got rejected. I do think we're going to crack lower and continue to move lower because we have pretty high volume on this selling candle. If we break this, I honestly think we're going to come back and retest VWAP up at 1350. So we'll see what happens. We have around 12 minutes until market open. We have SBFM possibly looking for a nice bounce play, but the only thing that I don't like is this high volume doji candle. So I'm looking to sit on my hands for a little bit longer and wait till market open until we can get that confirmation. I'm not a huge fan of anything. We have NKTX. We could possibly see this get back up to 1573. Let's go ahead and look back in the previous history to see when what happens when it gaps up. We had a really nice pump. We gapped up and gave everything back, but doesn't look like we have much data to see when we've gapped up. So really just gonna play it patiently. So we'll see what we can spot. Thank you guys for the likes. Any questions you guys have, also come over to the YouTube. And if you guys want to get today's watch list, go over. You can either come to my YouTube. Bob Nolan, what's up, my man? And Brody, thank you for stopping in. Again, today's pretty slow at the moment. I mean, we have NKTX ripping up 90%. We'll see if this can hold and see if we can actually continue to see this move. At the moment, I'm sitting on my hands just waiting for a good opportunity. And really, again, trading's boring, trading's risky. CENN looking decent. Yeah, CENN is looking decent. We closed at 70. Now we're sitting above. We're up 13% with a high of 22%. Now, what's going on here? Is there any news? I don't see any news, but we might have some. The daily average volume was pretty high. What are these? Go over to the 15-minute and see. Oh. Average bars I don't think we have any like high relative volume. I mean, it would be a back burner that I'm gonna keep. Oh, earnings today. That makes sense. So I'm gonna add it as a back burner just to watch it. We have SBFM. I mean, I'm just waiting for a good opportunity. I'm really not traded anything. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like playing earnings much either. Earnings seem very chaotic. They could beat earnings and still go down. They could lose it and it goes up. I don't know. But I just played off technical setups in a couple minutes. Again, this is looking like very bearish to me in KTX. We pumped up, got rejected, we moved up, got rejected. This is the third time now getting rejected. And we are having a hammer candle and we're about to crack lower. Let's see. This is at 44. At 14.44. Let's see if that bid drops below 14.44, we're dropping most likely to $14. We got somewhat rejected. We're going to see a lot of volume come in at around that 1444 level. We break this level around 1442, sorry, on that previous low, whatever the low this is, 1443. If we see the bid drop below that level, we're going to see it drop most likely back down to 14 and possibly even VWAP. Dougie Fresh, ooh, taking a big about $1,500 loss. See what happens. Get that down to that 1443 level. Oh, we're 3 away. There it is, 1443. Let's see a nice crack. There it is. There's the crack, but we're not getting that volume that I was thinking, but we are moving down. I think many are looking at Twitter for possible announcement of Twitter deal this week. Oh yeah, Twitter. What is going on with oh, did not want to do that. But I mean, yeah, we could be forming a cup and handle. We actually come up today and come up and tap this and then have maybe a pullback for a couple days. I would be looking for to break over 55 over this level. I could see it coming up to 68 or no, sorry, excuse me, 58 and then 60 for Twitter if they get a good announcement. If Elon Musk buys all of Twitter, I'm assuming that Twitter is going to pump. There's the dump lower. We're at 1420. Man, my lips are dry. Likes. That's 1.8. Thank you, Nolan Brody, for 1.8 thousand likes. Gosh, I hate when my lips are chapped. We did get a hit with some buying pressure here off this 1420 level into this demand zone. I mean, I still am pretty bearish on this overall. Trader Girl Beth, CENN from 421, host conference call Monday, April 25th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see. We have 4 minutes left till market open. I'm going to be sitting on my hands waiting for a good opportunity. I might be looking for a nice washout long off of VWAP for NKTX. If I can get a washout long off of VWAP for NKTX, that would be amazing. Look for a nice washout, pop up into 15, 15.50, possibly into 16. Would be looking to hold for the break over 16. Break over 16, we don't have much resistance until 18, which is nice. So we'll have to see. Again, that's if you hold it for the long term. We also have the 20 EMA on the 5 minute as being very, very close to VWAP at this moment. We also have that previous high. We're right above that previous high. I do like this a lot. So let's see if we can actually make something happen. I'm going to be looking to take, I don't know. My goal is going to probably be around $30. That's all it's going to be. Very cheap, very easy. Again,
you're looking for consistency. You're not looking for home run trades. The home run trades, lots of big names earning this week. Yes, I saw something about that. Only if I knew how to trade earnings. I don't know how to trade. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of, and like I rarely trade earnings. I'm mainly just stocks with news, stocks that are moving. Hmm. And I'm not really liking anything. We have 1 minute and 55 seconds left until market open. We're going to see what happens. Possibly going to wash out long. Not going to look to risk more than around 40 cents. So if my stops are below VWAP, I have to buy right now, currently, below 14, which is good. I think that's a good area. Below 14, look for a nice pop up to 15 and then possibly even 16 if we get the movement. I mean, this is a lot of volume. I wouldn't be surprised if we ripped up into a halt. This is a great right at the 23.6 fib level. That 38.2 fib level is right at that VWAP as well. So why are we looking to get a washout long here? So the reason we are is because this thing is gapping up over 80%, holding its volume. It has a really high relative volume. Good news. We hit a high and we've pulled back, not significantly, but we've pulled back slowly. What does this tell you? Strong trend, slow pullback. VWAP's a good indication of a nice bounce. As well, it works with the Fibonacci retracement, and it's pretty close to the previous high during after hours yesterday. So that is the reason why I'm looking at NKTX here for the possible washout long. Now, we will see if we can actually hit this. So let's see. Let's see if we can jump in here. Let's see it drop. 10 seconds left. Here we go. Let's see if we can get rejected. Wash out to VWAP. Possibly here down. Do you want to see it down at like 14? Like 1380 is going to be where I'm looking to buy. We're live. We are live. Let's see a larger pullback. Nope, don't want to see that. I want to see a bigger pullback. Watch out for the panic pop here. There is the fake out. The move higher. Let's see it now come lower. I want to see it wash out down to 14. Right, buyers and sellers, people are taking profits, gapping up a lot. We'll see what happens. I mean, the buying pressure is the first candle. So, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. We're coming into some selling. I want to see a nice move lower into a 14, possibly for a nice quick move here. There's a nice bounce. Oh, we'll see if this continue to move. I mean, it's still very choppy. We have SBFM. Oh, look at that dump. Look at that dump. Let's see. We have SBFM back up at 450, 460. There it is, 469. I like SBFM. Here we go. At 490 is when we're going to see our halt level. Oh, that would have been a perfect No, I guess it didn't come down to 14, but still, I'm not a huge fan. I do like SBFM more at the moment. We're coming up into this 200 SMA at 481. That's we're gonna reject it off of that. Yeah, that would have been a really good washout long there, but my focus was SBFM. Oh my gosh, this thing is ripping. This thing is ripping up at 16 already. Let's see it back down. Let's see it quick washout down. Oh man, that would have been a good. I'm still hesitant. That was crazy. Yeah. Look at that. That really long wick up to 16. My stops here have to be below. They're like 10 cents away. We'll see a little bit more. I mean, I might have to wait just a tiny bit longer. I'm going to be looking to enter somewhere in this area. Stops have to be below VWAP, below the low here. Let's go ahead and jump in with 50 shares at 149, and then we'll go in with another. We'll see when we see that underlying buying pressure. We're going to look to buy more here. Look for the break. Again, I'm not super confident here. I think I'm actually going to move my stops up to around 436. I don't know. I only went in with around half of my position, so it's not even half. Excuse me. Let's see this. I want to see this rip up and get squeezed into a halt. There's no volume. There's no volume. I had to sell it there. We got the pop up, but I think I was just a little early. I think I was a little early to the trade. I mean, again, I should have let the candle play out, but you know, I had my stops. Let's see what happens here. Let's see it rip up and get squeezed into a halt. I want to see it rip up and get. Let's see this. Hopefully this doesn't I got filled. Okay. I'm done for the day. This thing doesn't want to rip. It looks like we just came down, touched VWAP, and now, I mean, it's all good. I am down $33 on the day. Nothing big. We'll see what happens. I mean, took a couple trades on SBFM. Not too sure why they're not showing my trades. But yeah, I mean, was able to manage my risk, looking for a nice squeeze back up into 480, but weren't able to get it. Again, the 200 SMA was there, and it was a little bit harder. So that's unfortunate. So RDB
RDBX. Oh yeah, RDBX. 288 to 312. See, I don't know why I always trade the washout long, because I never have enough capital to continue to trade without the day. I'm done. I can't trade. Don't have enough capital. Unfortunate. There's the pop. There it is. Let's see what this does. My stops really should have been at 422 or 420 or below VWAP there. Because that would have been an amazing trade, and that's what I was looking for. Then you have a nice micro pullback for the break. Yep. And it's gonna squeeze up into a halt. I just know it. I just know it. We're getting pretty hard selling pressure coming into this 480 area. So I do think SBFM is going to have a hard time breaking through it. So I'm done for the day. I don't have anything else to trade with. Sorry it was so quick. Trying to make some very quick trades off SBFM. Very nice explosive, but wasn't able to see it. So I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Josh Howerton's still live. Guys, if you want to check it out, go to go to Alpha Day Trading on YouTube, and you'll be able to get his live stream, and tell him Cole sent you. If you guys do want to get the watch list every morning, come over to the Twitter. Damn, I know. I did end early. I don't have capital. I'm still a beginner trader. I limited my capital. I don't want to fund my account too much, because I want to prove to myself that that I have profitability. Now today I'm down $32. Nothing. That's fine. $32 is a well-managed loss. Well, I'm up on SPY. Hey, good for you. I'm glad you were able to come out of the money, or not. I'm assuming you haven't closed it yet, but good for you. I'm glad you were able to make some money on SPY. And looks like we just broke this diamond top pattern to the downside on the SPY. This is what I'm seeing for the SPY at the moment. Again, it's not the best diamond top pattern, but again, could be. I think we're going to drop down to 350 SPY. That's just me. I'm not giving a time frame on it, but inflation's at like a 40-year high or something stupid like that. The government has no idea how to spend money. They just increase the debts and just spend it however the fuck they want. The war in Ukraine, the war with cybersecurity, or the war with cryptocurrency, because the global economy is going to fall. It's like we're getting to we could get into a good depression. So we'll see. Yeah, I know it's early, but so I'm just trying to get profitability before I actually fund my account with a large amount of money. So thank you guys for showing up. I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. I will trade. What I need to do is only trade bull flags, only trade the decreasing volume, only trade the underlying buying pressure. So that's been my problem this month, is not sticking really to my strategy. I feel like I have stuck to my strategy more than I have been, but like it's just been in little ways. Like my stop is a little too far. Oh, I implemented this kind of entry with this kind of stop loss. This stop loss is usually meant for when I see the underlying buying pressure, so I keep it at the low. But when I'm looking to see a more high momentum play, my stops can't be that far apart. So it's just all about adjusting your stops, adjusting your entries to what strategy you're trying to take, or what the psychology of the certain market that you're trading. Like, is it moving higher? Is there a lot of greed? Is there a lot of buying? Is it absolutely explosive? Are you looking to buy a new high a day breakout? Are you looking for just a bull flag with a decreasing volume? So anything, there's so much different you can mix and match so many different things. So yeah, it was just a learning experience for me. We pull back into VWAP, get a nice bounce, and get a nice I do think this is going to break $16 today. In all honesty, I do think this is going to break $16. So
I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Thank you for showing up.